And welcome to episode 20 of the Box Nostalgia Podcast. Oh man, I did it again. Of the Box Nostalgia Podcast with Ponga and Bierski. What is going on, Ponga? This is the second time I tried recording this intro and I messed it up again, and we're not recording it again. So how are we, Ponga? Blah, 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 blah.
Oh man, this is
I can't talk tonight.
I'll just say I'm doing well. My voice is struggling, so it's gonna be choppy on my end a little bit. Been a long week, but as soon as we hopped in the StreamYard, we looked at each other and just had the biggest smile
Yeah.
on our face. So it's pretty great to be on the podcast. I know with the work and stuff, we're pre-recording this week. Going to be posted on Thanksgiving, so it's really nice that we are still able to get the episode out.
Yeah.
And I don't have a voice. This is terrible.
Yeah, Ponga's struggling voice-wise. So I was told last Friday, not this past Friday, the Friday before, that we were working night shift for 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks turned into 1 week. Sunday turned into Monday for our start. I was told Friday afternoon, they sent me a schedule on my phone starting Monday at 5 p.m. and go until 6 a.m., so a 13-hour shift. Well, I get a text message today while I'm out Christmas tree shopping with my wife and my daughter that they want to change the schedule and that we're starting at 7 p.m. tomorrow night instead. So I'm starting work tomorrow night. I will almost guarantee at this point that they're going to ask me to work on Thanksgiving too. So I need to, like I said the other day, with Wonder, kill the boy and just do it because it's double time to work that day. So we'll see. But things keep changing. Things are going to continue to change. I told Ray I couldn't stream. Found out that I was not working till Monday. Scheduled a stream for Sunday, and now I'm going to stream tomorrow morning, and then sleep, and then go to work, and then come home from work and be amped up and wired up, and then pack at 5 a.m. in the morning. So it's going to be an interesting couple days. But that's where I'm at right now. So they're pulling me in all sorts of different directions. It's exciting. Tomorrow's going to be an interesting day at work. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. This is our Thanksgiving episode. We're recording this Saturday night. So it's a little bit of ways for Thanksgiving for us, but we're going to have a condensed episode tonight because we are recording and we're not doing a live. And it's just, I think for what we got going on the next couple of weeks, probably what's best for us. So bear with us for over the next couple of weeks. If we can get a couple lives in, we'll get a couple lives in. If not, it's going to be pre-recorded videos moving forward for a little bit. Maybe we'll sneak a guest in here or something to keep it fresh and exciting. But we are going to go ahead and get started with our regularly scheduled programming. I can't speak tonight. We got item of the week. Ponga, take it away.
Yeah, my item of the week is a Unified Minds booster box. So
Ponga bringing the heat out, bro.
Yeah, the heat. Recently picked up another one of these that I haven't gotten in yet, but in 2020 they reprinted Unified Minds. Most places were selling it between like 100, 120 a box. I picked up a few of them. I actually sold my extra box last August on TCG Player. A life hack for you people that don't know. Expensive stuff. There's not a lot listed on TCG Player. I was the only one listed, so I listed it way above market at like $700 and it sold. And then this past week, I just purchased another box for $675. So I basically used that money for next year and got the box back for, whatever the fee cost was, basically.
That's awesome.
So yeah, really happy about picking up another one of those. It's I love the color purple, but it's like my favorite looking tag team box. And I just think it's a really cool set. You obviously got the Mew and Mewtwo. And I felt like for a really long time, and I think most people will agree with this, most people obviously like Team Up because it's always been more expensive because it was lower printed and they didn't get a reprint. And then people always went to Unbroken Bonds because of the Charizard. But I always had a soft spot for Unified Minds. I actually just sold the Japanese version of this box, but
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really cool box. Happy to be able to pick up a second one for my collection. I think a lot of these Sun and Moon boxes will do really, really well long term as well. So
Yeah, absolutely. Those tag teams are going to do well over time for sure. I think for what they are, and um, I know that there's the talk of tag teams coming, or maybe the trainer tag team cards or whatever it is. But that's kind of like a trainer gallery card in my mind. So I think if they don't do like 2 Pokemon on a card the way they did in action, I feel like those will just continue to be a nice little part of Pokemon history. Should do well. All right, I got something very, very cool today, guys. Ponga knows what it is. This is probably one of my favorite personal collection items. Um, as everyone knows, Chicago Collecticon was absolutely one of my favorite times of the year. I was lucky enough to stay with Mr. Ponga here and his lovely wife, Allie. Um, well, when I got there, there was this. Ditto's my favorite Pokemon. She drew a Ditto. It's my Ditto. I love it. It hangs up there now, over here. I'm going to find a better spot for it. But, I mean, come on. Like, how good is that? It makes me so happy. And Ditto's my favorite Pokemon. So to get something like this, just like it's just done so well. So it brings a smile on my face every time I see it. Ponga held on to it for a while, and then finally shipped it out towards me. So I'm just very, very excited to have it. So thank you guys for this. It's amazing.
yeah, she hand painted that, so it was pretty cool. It's like one of those little canvas things.
Yeah, it's full on like pulled canvas. It's awesome. Like you can hear it. It's definitely a canvas.
Yeah,
And then
it's really
yeah,
cool.
yeah. And then I have another item too. I showed it on my It's Bureau Clock podcast with Pokemon Wonder this past week. But I work with a guy named Tommy. He's an older gentleman in his 60s. Knows nothing about Pokemon, but asked me about Pokemon and easy Pokemon stuff for him to like do stained glass in because he's a big stained glass guy. Well, he made me this. It's a Pokeball with stained glass. The glass down below is kind of that cracked ice look. I said that would be very cool. It's called paper glass, which is pretty cool. Um, and then it's stained. This is a bezel in the middle. So when light hits it, it's like prism. So you get the rainbow effect. So it's just a very cool item to have. Thanks again, Tommy. I really do appreciate you for making that for me, man. So yeah.
Have you I know it's not the same, but have you ever watched the show Blown Away on Netflix?
Yes.
Yeah,
My daughter loves that show. It's such a good show.
I was just about to say we just watched the 4th season on Netflix. We watched season 1 when it first came out, and then we took a break, and then we're like, my wife was like, "Hey, let's watch Blown Away." I was like, "Yeah, it's a good show. Let's watch it." And then we just watched season 4.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's a really good show.
glass blowing is a wild art. It's
Super,
so cool.
super quick episodes. Like you blink and they're already like done, and then they show them. Yeah, it's just a super quick. Not you don't have to pay super close attention. And I actually might want to watch some of it after this, but
yeah, I don't know. We just got a new couch, new sectional, first sectional I've ever owned. I fell asleep for like an hour and a half before this episode, so I woke up. You ever see Hangover 2 where Stu wakes up in the Caesars? And that's how I felt when I got up. I texted Ponga earlier. I was like, I'm probably going to be a little buzzed for the show. I went out with my wife for the last time, and God knows how long because of this new job. So we'll see what happens. But I slept it off a little bit, feeling better. We got a little hair of the dog going. And yeah, let's get the rest of this episode. All right. So we're going to hop into our next segment. As always, the segment that comes after item of the week is tier list. And because of the Thanksgiving time, we're doing Thanksgiving sides. I know lots of food episodes recently, but what can you do around the holidays? So let's go. Thanksgiving sides. Condensed version too. Yeah, only 9.
Condensed. Yeah, only super condensed version. And I think these are like the most and obviously there's going to be ones that aren't included that you probably eat, but I think for the most part, like a lot of these are pretty common ones. So
yeah. All right, I'll go first. Let's go with peas. Okay, so Originally, I said to Ponga that I wanted LeSueur peas on here. They are sweet baby peas. He said that they look the same as regular peas, so he used the regular pea thing. These are not LeSueur peas. This is upsetting a little bit, but LeSueur
I've
peas,
legitimately never heard of someone eating peas on Thanksgiving, by the way.
dude, you put the peas in the mashed potatoes and you mix them together. It's so
That's
good.
wait, that's what you do with the corn. Why would you do that with peas?
But you do it with both, and then you get corn and peas. It's a delicious concoction.
Yeah.
I love peas a lot. I'm a big pea fan, especially if you add it to the mashed potatoes. Really, really going places with that. Um, I think because it's some of the, it's a much smaller list today, so I have to be careful about where I'm putting things because so I'm just gonna in terms of what peas are by themselves, I'm just gonna put them down in the C tier. Even though I like them very much, with everything else we have on here, I think we need to be a little careful with peas.
No, I agree with you. Like I said, I don't think I eat peas for Thanksgiving, but if there's like peas as a side with any meal, I'll eat them, which always means they should probably be at least C because I at least enjoy them enough to eat them.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of like vegetables in general, so um, yeah, I think C's good. C's good for sure.
Okay.
Um, oh man, all right, I'm gonna go with absolute heat. So, well, the stuffing I eat doesn't look like this, but it was the first picture on Google, so I just used it. Uh, but stuffing, there's a lot of variations within stuffing. I think everyone makes their own kind of thing, but I don't think I've ever heard someone say they don't like stuffing. And if you don't like stuffing, the person that makes it is probably not good at making it. But stuffing is an absolute S tier. I think it's my favorite side when it comes to Thanksgiving. I'm not a huge fan.
Reach.
I'm not a quiet. I'm not a huge fan of Thanksgiving dinner in general, and so this takes up the majority of my plate.
I, as a child and an early adult, absolutely fucking despised stuffing.
Yeah, such an
Yeah,
idiot.
I know. You tell me this all the time. I'm just starting to believe it now. I'm really leaning into it too. Stuffing's definitely not an S tier Thanksgiving side by any stretch of any imagination. Um, I don't think stuffing's better than peas.
Oh
This,
my god.
this is gonna hurt Ponga. Yeah, I think I dislike stuffing is my least favorite Thanksgiving side, which is hysterical.
So I could see people not liking it as their favorite because people are weird, but I don't know that there's going to be many people that put it at the bottom of their list.
I mean, I literally skip over stuffing. Stuffing rarely goes on my plate. It's got
But
to
like,
be.
in your opinion, though, you would say that most people probably rank it decently high, right?
I mean, maybe out in the Midwest, there you guys are making these outlandish, lavish stuffing
Yes,
dishes.
that's what I was trying to get to because
Because like I like our
also
stuffing over like I don't think I've ever had like actual really nice homemade stuffing.
yeah,
Like
see,
it's like
everyone I
stovetop.
know absolutely loves it, like obsessed with it.
Is
So
it a
this must
is it
be.
a thing out in Chicagoland? Like
I don't know.
stuffing?
I don't know.
I mean,
Must be.
I have to put it in the D tier. I'm sorry.
Oh hell no!
I mean, it's just again, maybe we'll have to do a Thanksgiving.
You know this.
You can turn that picture sideways.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm googling if it's a Midwest thing. Oh,
It
it's
is.
considered a Midwestern term.
Yep, there you go. So, like I said, like stuffing around here.
Wait, other regions call it dressing. Oh my god!
A plate dressing.
Southerners call it dressing.
It's like what you put your turkey onto, so you don't dirty the plate up with the turkey. And then you throw the stuffing out. Yeah, look at that.
Nah, dude, this is. I just found out that it's a Midwestern thing, maybe.
It's a Midwestern thing. I don't know. Stuffing just never been a big thing for me. So
I think I just found out that Midwest has the best food because
I don't know if that's true either. Although Culver's,
yeah, you did enjoy it.
Culver's was good.
But Culver's is in like 20 something states now, I
Yeah,
think.
but in my mind, it's only in that one spot in
It was it's a
where you're
Wisconsin.
from. Yeah.
It's a Wisconsin thing.
Well, it's delicious. The butter burger, butterbeer, or whatever it is, butterbun burgers, delicious.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my god, this threw me way off my game. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. All right, let's do the candied yams.
Oh. So yams
These are
and
weird. I don't understand the marshmallows on top.
wait. So yams and sweet potatoes are technically two different things. What I think I'm typically used to eating is sweet potato.
Same
So that's
here.
what the picture is.
Yeah.
But yams are like thicker and they're a different part. They're like its own class of
All right, so then we'll say
just a different
candied
part.
sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Perfect. I actually like them. It was another thing that I wasn't a big fan of when I was a kid, but as I grew older, like it's nice having a little bit on there, like a little sweet to your meal. That's otherwise not very sweet. Um, I mean, I guess that's not true because you have the cranberry sauce and all that, but that's kind of more bitey. Um, I don't know. I think the sweet potatoes are a solid B.
You said B?
Yeah, solid B.
Yeah, so I'm a huge fan of sweet potatoes in general. I pick sweet potatoes over normal potatoes, like at a restaurant, especially like a good restaurant that like knows how to make them soft.
Yeah.
And like we eat sweet potatoes in my house. I like sweet potato fries are really good. So I'm a huge fan of sweet potato. I think when there's a good ratio of marshmallow to sweet potato, like there could be too much marshmallow and there could be too much, like not enough. So just like a nice balance. I think might be like my second. No, it's up there. It's probably like I'm gonna put it in A tier. I really like
Okay.
these.
Yeah, I mean that makes complete sense. I've never seen it with the marshmallows on top though. So like
Really?
yeah, I've never seen that done that way. So again, it might be another thing. Like I've never seen it done like that.
Wait,
Um,
what does it look like when you eat it?
so like you do all the other stuff, but you just don't put the marshmallows on top, I guess.
What?
Yeah, I've never seen. I'm gonna ask about it this Thanksgiving. I'm gonna say we should probably put those on. But yeah, maybe that's another Midwest thing. Like I don't know. Like these are things I've not seen. Also, like, but I was gonna say maybe not in.
Chance, is this also a Midwest thing? Oh, it's a Southern tradition.
There you go.
I've
Yeah,
never seen it any other way.
yeah. I've never had it like that. This is so funny. So like Thanksgiving and it's different, like different culturally around the country, just in sections is pretty funny. All right, so we got a B plus for that. Your turn.
Um, so I like this, but
Mhm.
I've never eaten it on Thanksgiving.
What?
So I'm going D tier.
Oh man, you just did what I did. So it's an S tier for me. I love cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce is probably my favorite side. Not the stuff that looks like someone took some cranberries and mushed it up in their hand and slapped it in a bowl there. That's disgusting. The gelled stuff that comes out of the can, get a little butter knife around the center and it slides right out the plate, slice it up nice. Damn, that's some good stuff. Big fan of it.
It's funny because like I love the taste of cranberry. I just for whatever reason never eat it at Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, you should have it at Thanksgiving dinner this year. It's delicious. Yeah, so
Nah,
S
Thanksgiving
tier. So
dinner
we
sucks.
can so we both just did the same thing. So we both just broke each other's hearts. Wow. I
Yeah.
can't believe that's only going C plus. That's just there's something wrong about that. I can't
Duh.
be part of this podcast anymore.
That's fine. I've been wanting to end it for a while now.
Yeah. Well, yep.
Yielding replacements. Let me know. DMs.
Yeah, might just happen. Might just happen. All right. Moving on. Let's go to cornbread. I literally did not eat any cornbread until I saw the movie The Green Mile. Once I saw the movie The Green Mile, I was like, what's this cornbread stuff? John Coffey seems to really like this cornbread stuff. Cornbread's fucking delicious, dude.
Yeah,
I
dude.
fucking love cornbread. Dude, cornbread, like a corn muffin, like cornbread muffin with some
Wait,
butter on that shit in the toaster.
dude.
Oh, fuck.
You could make it too dry, and I feel like people that would say they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
will probably
It's
had
dry.
it too dry. Yeah.
They can be so dry it sucks the moisture out of your mouth in a bad way. But if the cornbread is fresh and it's baked right and it's done well, man, there's few things that, especially like when you get like the little corn grains in there, it's just like, oh god, I love it. So with a little butter on there, toasted cornbread's like an A tier for me.
So it's hard because like I can't think of like what Thanksgiving cornbread tastes like, and the reason my wife, when like she makes chili, she always makes cornbread muffins, like giant muffins, like giant ones
Yes.
with like jalapeno in it.
Ooh. Damn.
It's so good.
That sounds so good.
I break it up into the chili. But cornbread in general, like I said, if it's not dry, is definitely up there as like a better bread option.
100%.
So I'm kind of with you with A.
Beautiful. It's a good one.
Cornbread's like just so solid.
Yeah.
So solid. All right, let's just do corn. I got the fanciest picture of corn you've ever seen.
Yeah, right. That kind of looks like the corn that we ate at Wonder's house that Dan and I burnt on the grill. And then Chef came over and accosted the both of us for sucking at grilling corn.
Chef should have made the whole meal. Why is he
delegating? Yeah, especially to me, drinking IPAs and I don't know, playing a Watcher game and
I've never seen him cook. He's not a real chef. Oh, my mic just fell. He isn't a real chef because I've never seen him cook. So
you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Chef is not, in fact, a chef.
So I like corn better than peas, I think. I just feel like
I concur.
Corn is just such a solid side for basically any meal. It's like one of the better options, I think, when it comes to like not a non-bread or like super sweet kind of side, even though you can have some pretty sweet corn.
Are you a creamed corn or just a whole kernel corn kind of guy?
I think I mostly eat regular corn. I know I've had cream corn, but I don't have it that frequent, so I don't want to speak on it. But I'd imagine it's pretty good. So we put peas in C tier. I'm probably like around the B tier for corn.
That's where I'm at with corn too. B tier is good. It's a big lump with knobs, and it has the juice. I don't know if you have not seen the corn song with the cutest kid in the world. Everyone needs to just go look at Corn Kid. Just type in Corn Kid, and then listen to the music video that they made for it. And it is absolutely fantastic. The kid might be the happiest person in the world, and everyone can learn a lesson from him about corn. We would sing it in our house. Like my daughter, my wife, and I would just go around I still go, it's corn. Big lump with knobs. It's got the juice. It has the juice. It's just so good. Absolutely love it. So B tier. Corn's good. Okay. Mashed potatoes. S tier. 100%. I'm a dirty mashed kind of guy myself. I like a dirty mashed potato. A little bit of butter in there. Fresh garlic. Salt, pepper, sour cream. Mix that ish together. It's delicious. I think mashed potatoes is the epitome of Thanksgiving sides. So it is an easy S tier for me. I can just pile mashed potatoes on my plate and eat mashed potatoes. I don't think I've ever had a bad mashed potato. Maybe I had a mashed potato I don't like as much as the next, but it's mashed potatoes, guys. So like S tier.
Yeah, I just use like mashed potatoes as like dipping sauce basically for all to eat.
It also saves a bad turkey. If your turkey is dry, you just need a scoop of mashed potato on it, and you can struggle through it that way.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I'm not like I like turkey, and we talked about this on the episode with Dan when we ranked the meats. turkey's solid, but there's just better options. And so I definitely dip my turkey into mashed potatoes. Even when it's like nice and juicy. Like it doesn't even have to be dry just because I think it adds some dynamic to the turkey.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes in general are just a staple when it comes to like a lot of meals.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably be an A tier though. I wanted to put it like I'm like low A tier too. I just think it's solid.
Yeah, I think just it's a versatile.
Yeah, the versatility for sure. Yeah.
All right. Green beans.
Yeah, so you could have some pretty bad green beans.
Yes, you can.
Hard. Yeah, they could be hard, not cooked, basically.
Oh, my
no
eBay
flavor.
just chinged at me. I love that sound. Let's go.
I don't know, dude. Some stuff I've had listed for like 2 years is randomly selling because I haven't listed anything on eBay in like a year and a half.
That's fantastic. Boom.
But yeah, boom. Hot take. We need to stop saying boom. It's getting old.
No, let's just keep saying it. Let's beat that dead horse to death again.
Hot take. Half the people that say it don't actually really participate in the boom. I think I like
still exciting though. Hot take. It's exciting to be in a boom even though you're not participating in the boom. Hot take. Yeah. What are you talking about? What are we, gatekeeping booms? We can't gatekeep a boom.
No, we're not gatekeeping booms, but yeah.
Well, all right. So how about this? A lot of people who speak on the boom don't participate in the boom. Like I like talking about the boom. I really don't have a lot of skin in the game boom wise, but
bro, you're a streamer. You definitely are participating in the boom. Like,
oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, like thinking about it that way. All right. Thanks, Ponga. Make me feel better. But like I'm saying, like, I'm not going out there and putting information out there that's just, you know what I mean? Like some people are doing. But thank you, Ponga.
I'm gonna do my hot take tonight. I'm definitely getting canceled.
Shit.
Okay, so green beans I like better than regular peas. Because I'm thinking of like the green beans I eat. They usually have like, I don't know, maybe pepper on them. Sometimes like
a little shaved almond action on top.
Have you ever had like some like light like cheese on it with the melted cheese on top of it? Not like a lot, or like even if you put like lemon on it and it's nice and cooked, like the plate has
gotta have a nice snap to it too, though. It can't be like a mushy green bean or they're terrible.
So I think I like corn better than green beans, but I like green beans better than peas. But they're like right next to each other, so I don't know how to rank it.
I'm putting green beans probably in the C tier along with peas. In terms of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot for it.
That works.
And then macaroni and cheese. We've spotted the imposter, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like macaroni and cheese doesn't really belong on a Thanksgiving table.
It must be a Midwest thing.
Dude, like rarely, like we're making mac and cheese this year. I feel like mac and cheese has become a Thanksgiving thing over the past couple years, maybe past decade. I don't remember having it on the table as a kid when I was a child. Maybe that was just my Thanksgivings growing up were wild. Like if we go off of like how my Thanksgiving were, my mother's side of the family is all Italian. We were having like baked ziti and like turkey and it was like a really bizarro Thanksgiving. So I didn't have stuff like this, but we would have like red gravy and meatballs and sausage, and so it was like there was a ton of things going on that weren't mac and cheese. That being said, I still love mac and cheese. Good homemade mac and cheese.
Yeah, it says it's a regional. It tends to be a regional tradition thing.
Yeah, so I mean Thanksgiving very regional. I can give it a solid B. Like I can see it belonging in Thanksgiving now. It just was never something that I had as a kid growing up. Like this was just not something we saw. So I think I'd give mac and cheese a solid B.
So mac and cheese in general is absolute heat, especially if you add some like hot sauce in it. Get some like buffalo mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, that's good.
But like
the back scratching and the mac and cheese.
Outside of Thanksgiving, I think I'd put mac and cheese a lot higher. Like on a tier list. Like
Yeah.
your ass maybe. Like mac and cheese, like really good mac and cheese is so good. Lobster mac and cheese slaps. Um, but for Thanksgiving, I think I'm like around the A tier. You put it in B, right? So I'd put it
Yeah.
right here.
And there we go. Thanksgiving tier list. Now, the question is, how do you leftover? How do you
Um,
participate in Thanksgiving leftovers? Be very careful with how you answer this too, because this can make or break this relationship.
what do you mean? How do I participate? I don't.
How do you enjoy your Thanksgiving leftovers? Are you a sandwich
Uh,
guy? Are you a Ross Geller with the moist maker? What do we got going on here? How do you do? Just make another plate?
no, I don't know. I don't normally really take Thanksgiving leftovers because I'm not a huge fan of Thanksgiving dinner. Um, but probably like a turkey sandwich.
Okay, that was the answer I was looking for. Thank God
Because
you
like
said
I
that.
feel like leftover turkey gets even drier. So I feel like a sandwich, kind of, with whatever sauce you like to put
Yeah,
on the sandwich.
the correct way is just turkey on white bread with mayo and a
Yeah, man.
sprinkling of salt and pepper, and
Yeah.
it is fantastic.
I
You
think
can get
I like
cute. You can get cute
leftover.
with it and do the mashed potatoes on top, and then turkey, and put a little bit of cranberry sauce on there, and then mix it together, and you get like a turkey. But it gets messy and gross and soggy and yuck. Just regular old turkey on there. That's how you. That's how you do a Thanksgiving leftover. But
Yeah.
that's our tier list, guys.
Yeah, it's super condensed in the middle, but my upper tier ones you didn't like, and your upper tier ones I don't like. So
Yeah, so that's all right. But I think it's solid. I would say cranberry sauce is probably around this area, probably even lower for most people. Like I don't feel like I'm just a weirdo and love it. Like I could eat that out of
cranberry,
a can with
I
a
love
spoon.
the taste of cranberry, but like for whatever reason, especially when I was younger, it just looked weird to me, so I never ate it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is our tier list, guys. Condensed tier list. All right.
Sure.
We are moving on. Going to rabbit holes. And we're here. So, Ponga. Ponga's rabbit hole was the Donkey Kong arcade game. Take it away, Ponga.
Yeah, so Donkey Kong Arcade is really we talked about it when we ranked arcades, but like iconic wise for an arcade cabinet, definitely up there in S tier probably like from like being iconic and like kind of what it did for gaming, especially like arcades. So actually Donkey Kong Arcade, which came out in 1981, was actually created to salvage unsold arcade cabinets from the game Radar Scope, which I found pretty interesting, and I didn't know it either. But it was like a shoot 'em up arcade game that came out in 1980 that kind of failed. So that's pretty cool. A couple other cool facts about the Donkey Kong Arcade. Um, it's its first appearance of Jumpman or Mario, which is probably like one of the most iconic video game characters of all time.
Yeah.
Along with Donkey Kong, I think is a very iconic character as well. But I think we're all very familiar with Donkey Kong, right? You're getting the barrels thrown at you. You're climbing up ladders trying to avoid the barrels. Some other interesting stuff I found. The staff was like really apprehensive with Donkey Kong when it originally was being developed, and didn't know how well it was going to do. Obviously, we know now that it kind of opened the door for Nintendo and kind of
Yeah.
made Nintendo what it is. One interesting thing that I did not know was when you reach level 22, you actually can't beat the level, at least in the original arcade. There was a glitch in the game with how the time was calculated. So I think it was like the level you're in multiplied by 10 seconds or something, and you would get a certain amount of time to get to the top. And the way it was calculated in the game, it would only give you 4 seconds to complete the level, which was impossible. And so you would basically lose at level 22 every single time. Let me
Did
think.
not
Was
know
there
that.
anything else? Yeah. What else was there? Um, I don't think there's anything else. But I mean, it also like paved the way for things like Donkey Kong Country and all that kind
Yeah.
of game, all those kind of games because of how successful it were. It had a bunch of legal issues as well that I'm not going to really go into, for like trademark infringement with Universal's King Kong, and all this kind of stuff back in the 80s. Um, Let me think. Yeah, they were forced to pay, I think, $4.6 million or something like that.
Oh,
Um,
really?
Yeah, so it was like the Universal sued Nintendo on June 29th, because they had a license with Coleco, and all that kind of stuff.
ColecoVision.
So yeah, there's the story about it's really super dense, but I just kind of pulled out some highlights when I was doing some research. But super cool game. I don't think I rated it the highest on the tier list because I was thinking of like what I find fun to play, and I don't think like the Donkey Kong game's the most fun to me. But like I said, iconic wise, it's like probably number one when it comes to arcade cabinets. So really cool game. And I didn't know like it took over a failed cabinet. I didn't know like the
Yeah.
whole level 22 thing. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a great podcast. Danny's Art actually sent it to me.
I think he
Um,
sent it to me a while back too, and
it was
I never watched
it.
it.
So it's a listen. Like, and obviously I do a lot of listening on my way to and from work, and it was a very interesting listen. It goes through like Nintendo's history, and um, Nintendo's history is pretty wild, actually. And just the way that the Japanese do like when someone dies and leaves, other people take over the company. It's usually their kids. And for years, it was like that. People were getting adopted and taking on last names of other dudes to continue the Nintendo name. Like, it's just a wild story. It's a super good listen. Um, Nintendo was on their ass a bunch of times and just continued to constantly pull through. So it's just this is just one of the things in their long history. And Donkey Kong is iconic, like Ponga said. So yeah, really, really awesome game. So I'm glad he did that. So while Donkey Kong was one of the reasons that video games did so well, the game that I'm about to do right now is probably one of the big reasons that video games took a complete and utter dump in their pants in 1983. Um, so this is E.T., the extraterrestrial video game. The game released, excuse me, December 1982, right around Christmas time. Um, Gameplay was top-down perspective. Um, I guess one of the big things around the ET game is that it was so crappy and so shit that they dumped a ton of game cartridges in a dump. Um, so they dumped a whole bunch of games. I think they said it was like millions of copies. It wasn't millions of copies. It was a landfill. I think it was in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, landfill in Almo Gordo, New Mexico, and covered with a layer of concrete, which is even more wild. People were digging the stuff up as soon as it was dumped, apparently, and taking like memorabilia from there. Um, in 2014, there was diggers hired to investigate. They said there was 728,000 cartridges in this dump, of various video games, not just ET. Just over 10% of the approximately 1,300 recovered cartridges were ET cartridges, so it wasn't as bad as everyone made it sound. But the game was a turd. Steven Spielberg, when they pitched it to Steven Spielberg, said that he wasn't happy with it and wanted something Pac-Man like, because video games really weren't, crazy like they are now. A guy named, I'm sorry, his name is Howard Scott Warshaw. I'm just going to read this quote from him because I think this quote really epitomizes what this guy thought about it. People worry I might be sensitive about the ET debacle, but the fact is I'm always happy to discuss it. After all, it was the fastest game ever done. It was a million seller. And of the thousands of 2,600 games, how many others are still a topic? Another thing I like to think of having done ET, consistently rated among the worst games of all time, and Yar's Revenge, consistently rated among the best. I figure I have a unique distinction of having the greatest range of any game designer in history. So the dude completely owns it. I mean, ET, like, this is when, talk about shovelware. Like, this is when video game companies were literally producing the crappiest of crap. to try and grasp a market that was absolutely booming at the time. And they literally ran it into the ground with games like ET. So that's a big concern even nowadays with companies taking games and just turning them into complete crap. We had the Call of Duty episode where we ran Call of Duty games. There was a while there where the Call of Duty games were essentially a yearly shovelware. But if you play the Call of Duty game that's out right now, it's probably the best release in the past 10 years of Call of Duty. Like, I love the new Call of Duty.
I don't know about 10 years, but yeah, it's good.
It's so good. Dude, like, I've been playing Warzone again. The movement is so fluid. Everything feels so right and nice. Like, I really do enjoy it.
Yeah, playing Warzone didn't invite me.
Well, I'm going to say something. I saw you online the other day, and you didn't invite me either. So,
was I online and actually playing?
You were in Nuketown doing something there. Okay, I'm a little hurt by it, but not that hurt by it. So yeah, that was ET, guys. So yeah, beware of shovelware. But yeah, it was just a cool little piece of history. What is your rabbit hole for me, Mr. Ponga?
Yes, yeah, since you're now a MetaZoo content creator,
I thought yeah, that's right.
Go check out his video opening a
I opened this bad boy up.
Box, yeah.
A MetaZoo Cryptidation first edition release event box. It was actually very fun to open.
How did you buy those? How did you get those?
So I have a really good friend. His name's Ponga, and he sent me a link for these for a pretty good price. So I bought a bunch of them. This is what we pulled out of it. This was the promo card. Apparently, this is the best promo card to pull out of these boxes. So I'm very excited about that. I did not know that at the time, but I'm going to learn as I go. And then out of those, I also pulled a reverse holo Chibi Mothman. We pulled the Ghost Deer reverse holo. And then my favorite of all the cryptids, because I am from New Jersey, is the Jersey Devil, which was awesome to pull.
And I was like, let's go.
Yeah, right, dude. Like full art Jersey. Not full art. Regular holo, like Jersey Devil full holo. Like, it's pretty awesome. So pretty pumped, especially for my first MetaZoo opening. Yeah, if you'd like to, go check out my YouTube channel. I'll link it below. But yeah, just trying to make more content that way. I'm really, really pushing to try and get into like opening some more MetaZoo stuff because I really do enjoy it. Like I said, I got some of these boxes back here. I know Dan's talked about doing every booster box opening. And it's been on my mind too. So I might go through and just do individual videos of opening one booster box at a time. The only one I don't have is native, so I'll have to grab one of those. But yeah, super interesting and fun stuff. So I'll let you continue. I'm sorry.
So my rabbit hole to use to do some research on the MetaZoo Nightfall set, which is my personal favorite set. I sent you, when you came here, I gave you a few Nightfall items as well.
Yes.
When Nightfall first came out, was my favorite set to open. I opened a ton of Nightfall boxes actually, when it was super expensive too, because it was just so much fun. But there's some nuance when it comes to the set, so I want to see if you could even find the information about the set.
Okay, right on. When I first got into like the hobby, and I knew nothing about anything, I didn't know MetaZoo was even a thing, and I was listening to Dan talk about MetaZoo. I went online to TCG Player. I think MetaZoo Nightfall was like $150 or $180 a box. And like in my mind, I was like, oh, I'll buy one of these. I'm so glad I didn't buy one of those. I ended up buying the Seance box for like $36. What was that?
I bought some Nightfall boxes for like $200.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, but you were probably making money off of that time when they were going like that. So, but yeah, it's just funny to see like how far it fell. And now if you look at TCG Player, everything's kind of on the upper trajectory. Like I got these Cryptid Carnival boxes for $18 a piece, and TCG Player low list I think is like $74. So feeling pretty good about some of that stuff right now. Yeah, there's crazy stuff. Like if you look right there, that Dragon Ball Z Reese's Pieces freaking cereal box is $200 low list on eBay right now. It was a $40 box of cereal. So I was doing some weird, crazy stuff right now. For Ponga, I am going to have you research the ANA Pomos from Pokemon. So they'll be fun to
Eat that choose ears are like, what? I heard someone.
yeah, right. Yeah, huh? I got ringing in my ears. So yeah, I want you to do the ANA promos. I don't know anything about them, so it'll be fun listening to a little information about them. All right. Next topic or next segment, hot takes, baby. Well, Ponga's hot take is probably going to be very hot. I'm gonna have a very good hot take. Just give me 1 second. My hot take is it is never too soon to start celebrating Christmas. And if you can see here, joy to the realm, baby. It's Christmas time. I'm pumped up. Thanksgiving sucks compared to Christmas. I'm already listening to Christmas music. We went Christmas tree shopping today. I am jazzed up for Christmas. I wish I had my Santa hat on. I don't know where it is, but I will find it eventually. I don't know. People complain about Christmas and it's starting too early and stuff, but if it brings you happiness and joy, man, just go for it. I love Christmas, so I'm all about listening to the music now. I've been listening to Christmas music going to work. Had it on today. Yeah, I just love Christmas. So that's my hot take. Enjoy Christmas whenever. I want to make Christmas in July a thing again, too. People talk about it. I wish I could decorate my house in July with Christmas stuff. So I love Christmas. So that's my hot take. Now Tom's hot take.
Yeah. I'm just gonna agree with yours.
Okay.
Thanksgiving's the worst like major holiday, and it's not even really close.
But what's your other hot take? Let's get baby.
No, it's not that bad. I listen to a lot of Pokemon content, and I just feel like people I know had zero skin in the game back in 2020, 2021. That weren't like sealed investors and all this kind of stuff. And this isn't even just like in reference to like people like in our small circle, right? But just in general, like if you like look at Discords and all this stuff, people like quoting numbers that like weren't real and like making it seem like certain things were less available or more available than what they actually were. I just feel like there's so many people that had no skin in the game speaking like they were there experiencing it.
Okay.
And I find it so annoying because you like someone like me that knows the actual prices and like the availability of things because I was buying and selling the sealed stuff, specifically sealed. It's just like you're lying to people. Like these people are like using that information and using it towards like prismatic evolutions. Like just because Shining Fates crashed in price doesn't mean Prismatic's going to crash. I think it's going to go down in price, but that's not the point. Like people are going to be using this information to make decisions on future purchases, and I think that just makes it very, very dangerous.
Okay. No, and that's I think that's
no one's fault, right? Like everyone should be able to talk about it. That's not my point, and I don't want it to come off as that. But like I was like the TCG Deals Discord that I'm an admin in, which I'm probably going to get kicked out of soon because I don't look at that Discord anymore. But I see people talking and like educating people, and I was like, I remember talking to those same people back in 2021, them saying that I'm not buying anything, all this stuff, and didn't have any skin in the game. So it's just like, be careful.
That's the bad part is that when people start giving advice on stuff that they shouldn't give advice on, and there's so many new people in the hobby right now, and you can really like hurt someone financially doing that. Like, yeah, and again, it's on you to know like what you should and shouldn't do. But when you're new and you're trying to chase what everyone else already has, you get caught up in it, and a lot of people will get caught up in it. And I mean, like it's not going to be good for a lot of people. Like this boom that we talk about is going to be good for so many people, and it is good for so many people. But then you're not going to hear about the people that got burnt because they're just going to be exited out of the hobby, and it's just going to be this was a great time, nothing bad happened. Bad stuff's happening to people right now. They just don't know it yet. So you just got to be very careful with who you're listening to.
I guess like a better way to say it is like there's so many people that speak on things like it's facts when it's just their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And they present it as if like, no, this is what happened.
Yeah. So just be careful, people. And thank you for bringing that up. So it's not a bad hot take.
It's just something like, because I don't want it to come off like people think I'm talking about them, because I'm probably not.
Yeah.
It's just like a more general thing. Um, and I think like when we're all hyped up about like all this stuff, like we don't really think about the other side of things, and how like people just getting in, or they're finally like, oh, there's another boom. Like I'm finally actually gonna put all my chips in, right?
Yeah.
It could just, oh, God, I wish I put all my chips in, but I know, I like, oh man, if I didn't
Yeah.
listen to people in 2020, 2021, if I didn't listen to people back then, I'd be so better off, because that's what I'll say.
Just want to introduce everyone.
Oh my God.
Here she is. She's a good cat, and I love her so much. She's almost 15 years old now. She is awesome. She's been, oh, yeah, that's it. She's been hanging out all show. So I just wanted her to get some FaceTime. She's going to hang out for a little bit while I finish this episode up. I heard her looking over there. So loving the Stony. So yeah, I agree, Ponga. I think just, yeah, lots of people getting in, lots of people not knowing what's going on, and just listening to people on YouTube like they know what they're talking about. Find the right ones, find the good people. Um, if you don't know Dan, like if you happen upon this, Catch 'em All Collectibles, he's gonna shoot you, and he says the same exact thing that Ponga just said right now. People with no skin in the game talking about stuff they shouldn't be talking about. So just be careful, guys, but enjoy the hobby because it is fun, and right now is an exciting time. Get on and being good.
We got Terrestrial Festival in 2 weeks.
Yes, we do. Terrestrial Festival is coming out, man. So I'm still hoping I can stream one of those nights that weekend. Get a case of that, try and rip through that for Ray. But really excited about that set. Hopefully pull some Moonbryons, Moon Kitties or Sun Kitties, whatever it's behind now. It looks like a crazy moon/sun thing. But all right, moving on from hot takes. We are just gonna go. This is a new quick little segment, real quick. Just calling it thankful. It is Thanksgiving today. Ponga, what are we thankful for, man?
Yeah, I think my first answer is the more cliche answer, right? Family, all that kind of stuff. We're all very healthy. Me and my wife have had a big year buying our first home, all that kind of stuff. We're, all of our pets are healthy, which is really good. So all thankful for the family, all that kind of stuff. We could go through the whole list. Thankful for my job, all that stuff, but I'll do one that's more hobby related now. I'm just thankful for the streaming opportunity I have, and I know that's always, he's kissing Dan's ass, all that kind of stuff. But no, honestly, like
kissing his ass, man. It's an awesome opportunity.
I say it to my wife all the time. I always say, like, I feel like this was it. Like, this is the opportunity. And so I'm taking it super serious. I'm, not trying to make mistakes, all that kind of stuff, trying to have fun with it. Trying to help us grow. I know PK is doing the heavy lifting, doing 5 days a week, but just the opportunity there happened this year. I back in 2020, 2021, when I was, into the trying to figure out what I wanted to do with Pokemon, I always used to tell people that if I could open packs for people online, that's my number one on my list. And now I'm able to do it. So
that's awesome.
Super thankful for that.
Right on. So yeah, all the cliche stuff that you said, family, job, health, happiness, all that. I'm super thankful for this podcast every other week.
Oh yeah, that too. That's a good one.
This has been one of my.
I said it earlier, and I got to cut you off. We got on the podcast, or like we joined the StreamYard, and you walked in the room. We saw each other, and we just both had the biggest smile on our face.
Big smile, man. Like I love doing this podcast every other week. I think so. We've only missed one episode, and that was because of me after Orlando. I don't know. I was dealing with something. Felt super run down after that, but we've been going strong almost all year. 20 episodes in. I can't wait to do the next 20. And to touch on the streaming thing, yeah, the opportunity that Ray has given me to stream with him and go to Collecticons and source for him and and just learn under his tutelage and have the long leash that he grants me to run my shows the way I like to run them. Like I said to my wife as well, the opportunity that doesn't come to a lot of people, and just making the most out of it and trying to help Ray, this cat, help Ray.
I don't know what you're
Gross.
saying. I'm just watching the cat.
Help Ray. Oh, she's going up on the shoulders. There she goes. Oh, she's digging her claws into me. Help Ray grow shiny cards and collectibles as much as we can. We just hit 12.5 thousand followers, so it's getting pretty exciting. I had 106 people in my stream last Sunday. Looking forward to hopefully eclipsing that this weekend. Really excited to get going. Finally have my damage die. Super excited to finally have this. Yep, Bonga's got his. Very pumped about that. So yeah, just looking forward to it. And yeah, just thankful for what this hobby has given me over the past year. Like I said, the Wonder a couple nights ago. This year was not at all what I thought I was going to get myself into when I was making plans for this year. Trying to start thinking about making plans for next year already, but I'm sure stuff's going to change and go wild next year too. And like I was this year, I'm just going to be going to go with the flow. I'm going to be a boat on a river and let this Pokemon river take me wherever it goes. Yeah, so definitely excited for that. But that is the end of Thankful. And like I said, this is going to be a little bit of a condensed episode. So now we are going to everyone's favorite. Who's that Pokemon? Let me present this and get this shared with everyone. This week we're doing, I think she's killing me. Last episode we did I think all even generations. This episode we're doing all odd generations. So I'm gonna go ahead and share it. Ponga, who's that Pokemon?
I don't know. I knew it. I was gonna guess that too. That makes me so mad. I was like, "Is that Pheasantipity?" It doesn't look like it.
I have no idea what this Pokemon is.
Do you
know what it is?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Oh, it's a Tapu Lele.
I knew Pheasantipity. Oh, this is how do you pronounce this? Like Poplio or something?
I think that's it. Yep. Come on, give me something easy. Oh my god.
I know this one.
Is it Oricorio? Yeah, look at me go.
Whoa. Oh, is this Machoke?
Dude swole. Sure is. Oh, damn it. What is that? It's not is it a Gengar?
No.
No, I don't know. What is it, Ponga?
It's oh man. It's Glyzer or I don't know how to something like just click it. It's like Glyzer or
oh yeah. Glail?
Yeah.
Gael?
Is this Shroomish?
Sure is. Mushrooms in the chat. Let's go. Oh, I know this. This is Loudred. Let's go. All right, last two.
Whimsicott.
Wow.
You know why I know that? You know why I know that? I was just packing.
Oh.
Do I have one here? Come on.
Oh, cat butthole. Sorry, guys. Oh, Billion Stars Whimsicott. All right. And this one is a Delibird. Oh, Iron Bundle. I suck. I suck again. Sea Titan. We're closing that out. I'm terrible at that game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to get any better.
Noise was wild. That Sea Titan noise was wild.
Yeah, right? Very
ominous. It was so loud.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here for episode 20.
Oh, that's going to bother me.
Fez and Dippity. We got Catbutt here for everyone. kind of like a clock here. The tail's going. Thank you all for being here. 20 episodes in. It's absolutely amazing. I'm looking forward to the next 20. Like I said, we're going to keep this going through the crazy overtime. We'll figure out times so we'll have our scheduled episode out. Just might not be live. Any last words, Bonga, for this episode? Oh, cat butt. Oh, cat butt again.
It's Christmas time, baby.
It's Christmas time, baby. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Please go like, subscribe, bell notifications, do all those things. Let's pump these numbers up a little bit. We love making these episodes. Seeing a subscription or two every other week makes us feel good about ourselves. And in saying that, have a good night and happy Thanksgiving.